In my years owning ATMs, I experienced maintenance disasters that cost me thousands in lost revenue, emergency repair fees, and nearly cost me valuable location contracts. The worst was when my highest earning ATM mobile event went down during a mobile event, causing me to miss out over $1,000 in lost revenue in just 3 days. These nightmares taught me lessons that I'll never forget. So I invented the maintenance protocols. Today I'm sharing my 3 worst ATM maintenance disasters and the exact maintenance systems that I developed that make sure that never happen again to me or you. These simple strategies have saved me thousands and can do the same for you. So here's the story. My biggest festival of the year, we look forward to this every year. We do anywhere from 800 to 1,200 transactions during a 4-day festival. My surcharge end is usually $4.50 per transaction. So we make anywhere between $4,000 and $6,000 for the event for a 4-day festival. Next, what happened was we installed the ATMs on a Thursday. Everything worked great. But what happened next is the sad part. We use a Verizon signal for the event. Verizon signal went down Friday morning. We didn't really know at the event that the signal went down. Working tirelessly with the provider, with Verizon, to try to figure out where was the disconnect, what was the challenge. We soon realized that we were headed for disaster. We were able to get the event back up and running midday Saturday, but I lost all the transactions all day Friday and part of Saturday, which was a major part of our transactional volume during this event. This event taught me to not rely solely on one signal provider, Verizon or AT&T or T-Mobile, and to prevent these disasters by sharing the risk of the event over many different platforms. I developed these 3 principles to help with this so this never happens to me again. Number 1, the remote monitoring principle. Number 2, the strategic redundancy principle. And number 3, the proactive inspection protocol. These 3 principles can be the difference between complete failure at your mobile event or during your route or success. Remote monitoring principle. So every event that we set where permanent placement, we set the remote monitoring status field on and we put that to 6 hours. Therefore, it'll alert us that if the ATM doesn't communicate in a 6-hour time frame, we got a challenge. For a mobile event, we set that remote monitoring status field to 1 hour. That way, every hour on the hour, it'll call in. If we don't get a call within an hour, we have a major meltdown or a major malfunction during the mobile event, especially when time is an essence and you have to have your ATM communicating and it needs to work. This will allow you to realize, hey, I got an issue far before the mobile event calls you. This means the ATM will do a health check every hour on hour or ping the server or whatever you like to call it, but it'll let you know that the ATM is communicating with the processor's Visa MasterCard. The strategic redundancy principle. What this is we make sure that we go with different carriers and different cellular companies. This way, if one cellular company, like what happened to me, Verizon went down and they changed their protocols, if this happens, you still have a backup or another carrier. This will allow you to function no matter what during the event if something else malfunctions. We have backups for this, so your ATM is always running, or at least your ATM company is always running to make sure that you can drive traffic to those ATMs and your event is never fully down, but is always functioning. Proactive approach. So when setting a mobile event, we always set at least 2 ATMs. Therefore, you're always covered if one ATM has a failure. We also test the ATMs when we set them up in our home office. The reason we do it here in the home office is because we want to make sure in a control environment the ATMs work. Then we go to the location and we do test transactions after setup. Therefore, we eliminate any chances. If it's like, oh, it worked last time, but I haven't checked it. Now you know before you go to location that it does work. And then when you go to the mobile site and you do your 10 transactions, it is something with the site, it might be something with the signal, but then you have multiple signals to change and check just so you can have the ATM up and running during that fair or festival. So Mike Tyson once said, everybody has a plan until they get punched in the mouth. Well, I've been punched in the mouth multiple times on multiple different occasions. It's made me a stronger player. It's made me a stronger in business. So what I'm doing here today is sharing the times that I got punched in the mouth so you don't have to and you can learn from my lessons. So if you're thinking about starting your own profitable ATM business, I want to invite you to our free checklist entitled ATM Business Passive Income Checklist. 5 things you need to know to start your profitable ATM business so you can have a clear roadmap towards ATM business success. You can earn between $250 and $1,500 of passive income every single month. Thank you guys for for watching the video. Please like and subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you at the next ATM Mastermind video.